Chief, get the bit in your teeth, they never will remember your name. We fight fire with fire, would you call me a liar if I told you that I wasn't afraid? Sweet as sweat, are you feeling it, Jet? Long may your family reign. Better shake those hips if there's death on your lips, so you never will be dancing again. And cannibalism, the modern religion, we're riding a ticket to nowhere and carry the vision. I do what I do to survive. Oh my God, I'm an animal. Oh my God, I'm a rabbit hole. I'm losing my way back to you. Oh my God, I'm an animal. Swear to God, it's my curtain call. I'm losing my way back to you. Blood for blood, if you're ready or not, get your finger on the machine.
Oh, the land of the free and the home of the
All right, the stage is set for what should be a really good game one as this series gets underway. Introductions wrapping up down on the field, and first pitch just minutes away. From Minute Maid Park in Houston, we've got the American League Championship Series on the show. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Houston Astros. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaub. Singing, this should be fun.
Well, you can feel the energy in the ballpark, and these two teams have fought through so much adversity to get here. When you get here, you forget about individual statistics and you play for the team. When a team is able to do that, they see themselves go to another level, and I'm looking forward to seeing that tonight.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go, and towing the slab in this one, Justin Verlander. What's the scouting report on him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
So just about set now. Gleyber Torres
Leading
up
off
to
tonight
hit.
for the Yankees, the second baseman, Gleyber Torres.
The wind of the pitch. Way outside, and the series is underway.
First pitch, 6:37.
The pitch. Ripped towards third. Bregman to first. One up, one down. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Aaron Judge watches that one for a strike, standing in here with one down. One down, base is empty. Good eye right there. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
The first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
2 outs, base is empty. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Anthony Rizzo. Packed house here at Minute Maid. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Kicks and fires. Line drive. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. 1-2-3, go the Yankees. Now here come the Astros. No score. Back after this on the show. Bottom of the first, and our pitcher in this game, Jameson Taillon. What do we have on him?
Well, most pitchers today are pretty tall, but this guy's definitely taller than most. He's kind of an imposing figure out there, especially when he's standing on top of the bump. It's like he's looking down on you, so hitters have to be prepared for a couple of things. Ball can get on you a lot quicker because of the extension and release point, and then also tilt through the zone. If you're going to try to hit pitches at the bottom of the zone, it's going to be difficult to get on plane. So look for something up from this guy. You might have a chance to do some damage.
And a pitch. And that one fouled off. In the air, right field. Judge is there. And there's one away. Now we check out the Astros lineup. Now with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
Batting third, the left fielder, Yordan.
Here's Yordan Alvarez. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for two, and it bangs up against the wall. And he's in at second with a two-out double.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he had to get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Man at second here with two away. Next to hit, Alex Bregman.
The third baseman, Alex.
That one's in there, 0-1. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Next offering is fouled back. And he gets Bregman. Inning over. So the Astros lead one, scoreless after one. Back here at Minute Maid Park. Here's the veteran outfielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
The left fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
Verlander back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Kawhi to kick the pitch. Foul ball. And here it comes. Stays alive. Here's the 0-2. And that one missing low. And the pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Right-hander kick steals. Slapped foul. The pitch. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. And a swing and a miss. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance to make the contact with that pitch.
Now it's Josh Donaldson's turn to hit. And that's in there for strike one. No score here in the second. Next offering is fouled back. And the 0-2. Next offering misses down and away.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Josh Donaldson leaves the yard. And the Yankees have the lead. It's 1-0.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
And now Matt Carpenter.
Kind of a throwback. No batting gloves.
The designated hitter.
And the first pitch misses for ball one.
1-0.
Righty to the plate. To the right side. Altuve handles it. Over to first. Fine play in the hole for the out.
Batting seventh, the center fielder, Harrison Bader.
And now Bader up to the plate.
Look, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
Next offering is in for a strike.
1-1.
Kicks and deals.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
2 down, nobody on. That's to third. Throws it away.
No problem fielding that one, and the transfer looked good, but man, he sailed it across the diamond and out of play. It looked like he just tried to put too much behind it. Cost him an extra base too.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. And next for New York, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. First pitch, and he just misses. And another ball. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Next one misses. 3 balls, no strikes. Appears they're working around him with the base open, Singy.
Well, these 2-0 counts, Boo, they're just not what they used to be, and we sound like old guys when I say that. But ultimately, this is a strategic game, and you expect to see this type of approach by the pitcher in this situation.
And the 3-1. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And the right-hander deals. Line drive. That's a base hit. Here comes Bader around third. To the plate. Save. It's 2-0.
Well done. Drives in the run. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front, flipped into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
2 outs, runner at first. Here's Jose Trevino. First offering misses the mark.
1-0.
And he deals. There's the strike. Now one missed. Connor Falefa leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That one ripped right center field. Back there. That one is gone. A shot to the opposite field. And they add on. It's 4-0.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Here is the young phenom Gleyber Torres.
Up next for the Yankees, the second baseman.
First pitch just misses.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
Oh, now this one's high and deep, way back there, on its way, gone. Gleyber Torres goes yard. That's his 99th career homer, and they add to their lead. It's 5-0.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up the ball club.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Grounded out his first time up.
The right fielder, number 99.
In there for strike one.
Judge.
Now 1-1.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Next offering is in for a strike. And the righty deals. And downstairs.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with a 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
2 outs. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
Boog, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at bats?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Rizzo batting for the second time, and that's strike one. Verlander moved to first, and Judge back in safely. Another move to first. And they're keeping him close. Now the 0-1. That clips the corner.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
At the belt and fires. Stays alive. Left-hand batter waits.
Nope, ball. 1-2.
Swing and a pop-up. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. So 5 runs in the inning as they bat around. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Yankees 5 and the Astros nothing. Back here in Houston, here's Kyle Tucker.
Leading up for the Astros, the right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
The right-hander back to work. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Next offering is in for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
You know, with the shift on, hits right into it, and it goes just foul. Hard hit left side. To first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Batting 6, the first baseman, Yuli Gurriel.
Yuli Gurriel comes up to hit. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Next pitch misses, and now it's even 1-1. Our plate umpire, Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, with Hendricks, Boo, kind of interesting. He's a good, consistent umpire, but you do hear that he kind of favors one side of the plate more than the other. So it's really hard to know for sure, but I think that usually it has to do something with where he sets up prior to each pitch.
Next pitch is outside. Gurriel gets a piece. Here's a 2-2. And that one is lifted in the air. A little bloop single. And now runners at the corners. Nobody out.
That ball right there landed in what they call the no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
And it's Aledmys Diaz. Swing and a ball hammered left field. And that ball is gone. He made him pay for that one. And they're chipping away. It's 5-3.
That one got in the jet stream on a line drive. You saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Chas McCormick.
The center fielder.
And the first offering is not close.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
The 1-0. Good eye right there.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
And a pitch. That's in for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Definitely not going to make his highlight tape.
And now 2-2. Off the outside edge with that one, and now it's filled up. And there's ball 4. Martin Maldonado up to hit.
Martin Maldonado.
Line to left. Into the dive, and he got it. Throw, and it gets away. Save. So a great diving catch, and that was only possible because of the route he took to get there, right, Chris?
Yeah, StatCast shows us just how efficient that route to the ball was. In fact, that's about as good as it gets. Pretty much a direct line to it. And perhaps he was a wide receiver in a different life. I don't know. But, man, great job to hold on all the way through the dive as well. No fumble caused by the ground.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
In the dirt, blocked. Runner holds. Count goes to 1-2. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Rizzo makes the grab. And there are 2 outs.
Bill, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
And next is the designated hitter, Jeremy Pena.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. McCormick at second with 2 down. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Tying run at the plate. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Now a long throw home. In there. He scores. And they trail by 1.
Well, back within 1 as he brings home the run. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive now. And now they've got some speed on first. So we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Up next.
Now it's Yordan Alvarez.
The left fielder.
Really good piece of
The kick in the pitch. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, in the postseason, I'd say we see more teams playing for 1 run, trying to apply some pressure, and that's exactly the case right here. Speed on the bases, put him in motion, and it worked out. Now time to execute in the batter's box.
Next pitch is downstairs.
1-1.
So the tying run at second. And that one hammered. That's back. Pulls it in on the warning track. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Yankees 5 and the Astros 4. Top half of the third inning. Now the left fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
The left fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
Here comes a pitch. And that one sliced foul.
He needs a quick 1-2-3 this time around. Last inning, threw a lot of pitches.
The 0-1. And a curve misses outside. The pitch. Falling behind 2-1. And there's a ball.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Hard hit to third. And they take care of Stanton for the out.
Up next for the Yankees, the shortstop, Josh Donaldson.
Here's Josh Donaldson. First offering in the dirt. And a pitch. And 2-0 to the Yankees shortstop. The wind of the pitch. And that's outside. Pumps in a strike, and now 3-1 the count. The wind of the pitch. On the corner for a strike. 3-2 now. The punch out there, down on strikes, and he knew it.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Now it's Matt Carpenter. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
Left-hand hitter waits. Hit on the ground to the right side. Gurriel steps on the bag. Out number 3. So the Yanks go in order. They lead at 5-4. Back here at the ballpark as we go to the last of the third. Here's the third baseman, Alex Bregman.
The third baseman, Alex Bregman.
Taillon back to work. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Pulled down the line. This one hammered, but it's foul.
That was a nice bid right there to try to tie up this ball game. Just couldn't keep it from bending foul. He looked locked in on that swing. Pitcher better be careful with him right
The
now.
wind of the pitch. On the ground. In plenty of time to first, and they get Bregman for the out.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front, rolled over it, put it on the ground.
So next up for Houston, Kyle Tucker. That one's in there, 0-1. Ball one there. The pitch. And that's down and away. That's off the mark. 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Righty delivers. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now batting.
Man at first with 1 gone. Now it's Yuli Gurriel. Singled and scored his first time. Next pitch downstairs, and it's 1-0. And here it comes. Way high. Kicks and fires. Now 3-0. And he takes a strike.
3-1.
Taillon with the move to first. Back standing. He's in there safely. Liner, base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Aledmys Diaz now. Oh, now this one blasted deep to left. Way back there, on its way, and out of here. His second home run of the series, and the Astros jump in front. It's 7-5.
Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the bullpen. That's all for Jameson Taillon. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Greg Weisser takes over on the mound. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Number 85, Greg Weisser.
Chas McCormick up next for the Astros.
Up next for the Astros, the center fielder, Chas McCormick.
Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 1. And the pitch. And now the count is even. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Next pitch misses inside, and it's 2-1. Bounced up the middle. Collected by Torres. Now the throw to first on the run. And he beats the throw. Shows off the wheels right there. An infield single.
Boom, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
And here's the catcher, Martin Maldonado. First offering misses the mark. McCormick leads off first with one away. Next offering is in for a strike.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Next offering misses, and it's 2-1.
Good miss with that changeup away. He needs a ball on the ground for a double play, minimize the potential threat right here. On the hitter's side, nice job of laying off that pitch.
Quickly to second for one, and it's a double play to end the inning. But the big blow of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now 7-5. Start of the fourth, and stepping in is the speedy Harrison Bader.
The center fielder, Harrison.
The right-hander back to work.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run. Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. The wide to kick the pitch. Swung on, popped up left side. Calls it in for the out.
Up next for the Yankees, the third baseman,
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. 1 for 1. He singled to left his first time through. That one hammered center field. That's back. Gone! He'll touch them all. And they close the gap. It's 7-6.
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
1 out, base is empty. And now the catcher comes up to him. Jose Trevino. He's 1 for 1 with a 2-run homer his first time up. Right-hander kicks, deals. That's down and in.
1-1.
Righty to the plate. Pitch misses, and it's 2-1. And that's outside. And that's ball 4.
Now batting.
So the batting order turns over. Here's the second baseman, Gleyber Torres. He's already homered in this game. First offering, and it just misses. The pitch. Sliced down the right side. And a pitch.
That's low. That's a ball.
Runner on the go. Tapped up the first base side. And he takes it himself for the out.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge stepping in now for the Yankees. A guy who makes an impact not just at the plate but also in the field. And first offering is fouled off. And ball one. Activity in the Houston bullpen. Seth Martinez appears to be getting loose. Runner at second, 2 down. The next offering misses. 2-1. Two and one on Judge. And it's fouled away. The pitch. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Next offering is fouled back.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
The next pitch misses, and a full count now. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. The kick, the 3-2. That one fouled off.
Quite the matchup we're seeing here. 6 foul balls in this at-bat alone. Really making him work out there.
Judge started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and he held up just enough. That's ball 4.
Well, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
Rizzo in the box now, takes strike 1. Trevino over at second. Judge on at first with 2 down. Line, and that's a base hit. Here comes the runner. Gurriel with a relay home. Slide, save. All square at 7. So, Singy, let's dive into the numbers, courtesy of StatCast. Do you even feel contact being made when you hit a ball that hard?
No, I don't think so, Boog. I mean, that's just the best feeling in the world as a hitter. You square it up perfectly, and it's like you didn't even swing the bat. And there are times the ball feels heavy off your bat. You know it, but this is not one of those cases. He sent this one flying 114 miles per hour, so that's flexing your muscles a little bit.
Seth Martinez on the pitch out of the pen here.
So at this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and we get a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. Popped up left side. Diaz gets there. He's under it. Makes the catch. Inning over. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. And we are tied 7-7. Ready to go, bottom 4. Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Jose Altuve.
The second baseman, Jose Altuve.
The pitch. And fouled off. And he deals. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Throw on to Rizzo. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter,
Jeremy Pena getting ready to hit. in there, and it's 0-1.
Well, with both starters out of the game, this quickly becomes a bullpen game, and this is something we see more and more in the game today, especially in the postseason.
Next pitch misses inside, and 1-1. Kicks and deals, and it is 2-1. And the right-hander deals into center. Bader sizes this one up. He makes the grab. 2 down.
Now batting, the left fielder, Yordan.
Now Yordan Alvarez. First pitch, and he just misses. Inside, just missed. At the belt and fires.
Ball, that's low.
Right through there for a strike. And a 3-1 on the way. Slap the other way, foul. And down on strikes. That ends the frame. Astros are down quietly, and this remains a 7-all tie. Welcome back. The batter will be the shortstop, Josh Donaldson.
The shortstop, Josh Donaldson.
The pitch. That's inside. 1-0. That one hooked foul. Here's a 1-1. That one out to right. Tucker under it. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, designated hitter, Matt Carpenter.
So now here's the DH, Matt Carpenter. Ground ball right side. He'll do it himself. And the first 2 set down at the top of the 5th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Harrison Bader.
2 outs, base is empty. And now the center fielder, Harrison Bader. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
Right-handed reliever. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on.
Nope. Ball.
That one off the mark. And now 3-1. And he walked him.
Second base, ball 4.
You can stomach a 2-out walk to certain players, but with his speed, this guy out there in the base pass, it could turn into 2 or 3 bases.
Now here is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. He's already homered here in this one. Martinez picks to first, and he's back in standing. Two outs. That's a strike. And a pitch. That's a strike. 1-2. Fly ball down the line. Tucker on the move to his left. Pulls it in on the run. And that will end the inning. One left for the Yankees. Still tied. 7-7. And welcome back. John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom five. Alex Bregman.
Third baseman, Alex Bregman.
The right-hander back to work. Ball one low. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Domingo Germán up and loosening in the pen. Next one misses. Ball two. Here comes a pitch. Bregman swings, hits one deep, left field. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track.
The right fielder, number 30,
Kyle Tucker up next for the Astros. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck, right field. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Now batting, first baseman, Ulieski.
Here's Gurriel. And that's in there for strike one.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Next pitch misses outside, and the count is 1-1. And here it comes. And there's a foul ball. The 1-2. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Astros go down 1-2-3. And this remains a 7-all tie. Back here at Minute Maid Park. Top six. Here's the Yankees catcher now. Jose Trevino.
Catcher, number 39, Jose Trevino.
Pitch. And that one off the outside edge. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Christian Javier, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Kicks and fires. And that one fouled off. Right-hander kicks, deals. Hit hard, base hit. And that's going to get into the corner.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Here's Gleyber Torres. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
And the righty deals. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. The throw, tag, and he's out. And that one almost got it. On the ground to short. And Gleyber Torres retired.
Now batting, the right fielder, Aaron Judge.
It's Aaron Judge now. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. And the right-hander deals.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. 7, 8, 9, 2 up in the home half of the inning. And we are tied 7-7.
Leading up for the Astros, the shortstop, Aledman Diaz.
Weiss back to work. Diaz in the box now. No balls and a strike. Bullpen activity starting up now. Domingo Germán preparing to come on if needed. The 0-1. Good eye right there.
1-1.
Oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone. That's his 3rd home run of the series. Just like that, they move in front. It's 8-7. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. Wow, he's putting on an absolute show in this one, and there's no better time than the postseason to go off at the plate like this. 3-homer game, always special, but pulling it off in October during the biggest games of the year, that's incredible.
Chas McCormick
Now
digs in
batting,
now.
Center fielder, Chas McCormick.
That one's in there, 0-1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Next offering down low and in the dirt. Righty delivers. Liner to second and picked on the hop. Torres over to first, and that's the first out. Nice recovery
Now
after
batting,
giving up the
catcher,
homer.
Martin Maldonado.
Now the catcher up to hit, Martin Maldonado. Up the middle. Torres fires over to first. That's out number 2.
Now batting, second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Good contact guy, good defender. In there for strike one.
Some guys are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And he deals.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Next offering is in the dirt. One and two now. Altuve waits. On the ground right side. Throw on to Rizzo. Gets him easily. Ends the inning. Astros notch a run on the solo homer. It's now 8-7.
Yeah. Who that in the whip? Yeah, you know it's me. You can't stop my shine. I'm just doing me. Yeah, I'ma take a pic for them all to see. Catch me on the scene. Looking super clean. Tonight we.
Christian Javier will take over here, trying to protect this lead.
Number 53, Christian Javier.
Back here in Houston, and here is Anthony Rizzo.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tie and run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
And the pitch. That one missed. The tying run at the plate.
So important for him to control the heart rate right now. He's got to go through the heart of this lineup.
And a pitch.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
And the 3-0 finds the zone.
Now you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you if he will.
Left-hand hitter waits. Got it. And that's the first out. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch-out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. First pitch just misses. Looking to get the tying run on base. Fought off foul. And a 1-1. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Big time gem right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
The 1-2. And he grounds one back up the middle. Altuve slings to first. And that quickly 2 away.
Now batting, the shortstop, Josh Donaldson.
And up next for New York, Josh Donaldson. First offering, and it just misses. The wind of the pitch. Here's a strike. The wind to kick the pitch. In there at the knees. The other way, and that's a fair ball. And that's going to get into the corner. Around first and hustling for second. Not in time. He's got a double.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Now up as the Yankees DH, Matt Carpenter. And that's in there for strike one. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. Next offering misses, and that is ball one. Hit hard on the ground is short. This looks like extra bases. Donaldson coming around third. Here comes the throw, and he's in there. And this one is tied. A run scores on the play.
Gets it done to drive in the run and tie it back up. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
And now here is Harrison Bader. First offering misses the mark. Two down, go ahead run in scoring position. Next offering is in for a strike. Man at second. Little chopper rolls foul. The pitch.
2-2.
They had a foul ball.
It was a little out front. They did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Righty to the plate. They say it went. In time to Gurriel. They limit the damage here. Yankees strike for a run on the RBI double. All even now at 8 apiece. Domingo Germán on to pitch
now
here.
pitching for the New York Yankees. Number 55, Domingo Germán.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now here's the Astros designated hitter, Jeremy Pena.
Astros, the designated hitter, Jeremy.
The pitch.
Pena.
Foul ball there. The 0-1.
Ball up.
Good eye in that spot.
2-1.
That one fouled off. 2-2. Tied at 4. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Next offering is fouled back. Swung on, belted. Back there. Turning and looking, and it's gone. His second homer this series, and they jump in front in the 7th. It's 9-8. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dip. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient. And it paid off.
So up next, Yordan Alvarez.
The left fielder, number 44.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
And a pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That one way outside. And a count 2-1.
Okay, from here, he's got to treat this as a clean inning. Forget about the fact that his team is now down by a run.
Kicks and deals. That one inside. 3 balls and a strike.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
And there's ball 4.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really
Third
well.
baseman,
It's a
number 2.
really nice plate appearance.
Alex.
And now it's Alex Bregman. Next offering is down low. Ball 1. Runner at first with no outs here. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. This one in the dirt.
1 and 2. The count.
And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. And now it's 1 and 2. Stays alive. The pitch. Liner caught at second.
The right fielder, number 30. Kyle Tucker.
And now the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. Up the middle. Donaldson tosses to first in time. And Tucker is retired.
Good fade and sinking action to that changeup. Got that hitter to roll
The
over.
first baseman, number 10. Yulieski Gurriel.
Yuli Gurriel now at the plate.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Alvarez on third with 2 out. Next offering is in for a strike.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch, keep the at-bat alive.
Next offering is fouled back. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's down to 1 here at 9-8. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Hector Neris. And he'll work on holding this lead.
Hector Neris. Leading off the third baseman,
and here it comes. High fly ball down the left field line. Alvarez makes the grab. One pitch and one out.
Up next for the Yankees, the catcher, Jose.
And next for New York, Jose Trevino. He is at the top of the game in terms of defense at the catching spot. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
It's so impressive because these guys have to do so much study and preparation for their pitchers, for opposing hitters, and really their number one job is to guide that staff through a ball game. And so when you also can turn it up offensively and be a force there, that is a win-win, every manager's dream.
Right-handed reliever. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. And the throw gets away. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. Looks like we've got a substitution at second. Coming in as the pinch runner, Kyle Higashioka. Back to the top of the Yankee order. Here is Gleyber Torres.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
And that one is lifted in the air. McCormick pulls it down, and there are two down.
Now batting, right fielder, Aaron Judge.
Here comes Aaron Judge. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
He gets the intentional walk here, and now a force at any base with two gone.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out.
First and second, two outs. Anthony Rizzo steps to the plate.
Well, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
That one's in there, 0-1. Big spot. Two out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. And a foul ball. Next offering upstairs.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the eighth. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Outside corner, got him looking. He can't believe it.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Kyle Higashioka, the new catcher now.
A defensive change for the Yankees. Now
Also entering the game,
number
Tim
66.
Locastro. He
Kyle
takes over in right.
Higashioka. Now in right.
Miguel Castro
Number 33,
taking over on the
Tim
mound. And his job is to
Locastro.
collect quick
Now
outs and
pitching
keep
for
his
York.
team within striking
Number
distance.
30, Miguel Castro. Leading up for the Astros, the shortstop, Aledman
And a pitch.
Diaz.
Leading things off and takes a strike.
0-1.
Kicks and fires. Next offering misses down and away. Next offering is downstairs. Hard ground ball, base knock.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with it. Just shot it through the infield.
Here's the center fielder, Chas McCormick. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Movement in the bullpen. Jonathan Loaisiga up and throwing. Next offering way off the plate. The pitch. Stays alive. And now it's even up. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. And that is out number 2.
Now batting, the catcher, Martin Maldonado.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Martin Maldonado. Next pitch downstairs, and that's ball 1. Right-hander kicks, deals. On the ground, Torres handles. Whips it to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. So here comes Ryan Presley to the mound, and he'll feature a hard slider to work off his fastball.
Ryan.
Welcome back, and now it's Giancarlo Stanton.
Leading off the left fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
And the pitch. And there's the strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some guys.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
The 0-2. He swings and fouls one off. Oh, 0-2 now. And the pitch is outside. Ball 1. And a 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The righty deals. Swing and a miss. Struck him out and one away.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the guys that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Donaldson at the plate now. That's ball one. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Next offering is in for a strike. And he deals. A little bit low.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
2-1 now.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing play.
Two. Downed ball here, rolls foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now only one out remaining.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First two batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Matt Carpenter. In there for strike one. Two down, nobody on. Swing and blast one down the line. It's gone if it's fair, but it hooks foul.
Oh, man, that stays fair. We got a new ball game. Great swing, just couldn't keep it between the lines. He's got to try to bottle that. Do it again.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Fans, our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Astros, 9 runs on 10 hits. 2 errors, they left 4 runners on base. For the Yankees, 8 runs, 9 hits. 2 errors, they left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 3 minutes. Tonight paid attendance at Minute Maid Park, 41,168. The Astros thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely. Good night.